Hey gamer, welcome to the video. Today I am very proud to showcase this mods load order for Fallout 4 on Xbox, because in this video we are transforming Fallout 4 into Half-Life 3. Try to not skip any bits of the video, because this video includes a portal gun, and I will go into as many details as possible to avoid you any trouble with this load order. And I will also show you a few Fallout 4 settings that will help to complete this mod's load order. All of the mods are linked in description in the same order you must install them, and contain many features which combined help to create an experience very similar to Half-Life. More details about the totality of this load order in the next section. If you find yourself enjoying this video at any point, leave a like and subscribe for more variety gaming content. Let's begin! This first section is a quick index for the video. Next, you will find the mods that change the gameplay to make it more shooter focused, better balanced, and as much as interactive as we can with the Fallout 4 mods available on Xbox. After that, there will be all the mods and the settings related to speech, because we need to make Gordon Freeman seem as mute as possible like in his games. The third section will feature the HEV Suit and the weapons, which will be the portal gun, the shotgun, the SMG, the pistol, a new pulse rifle and the crowbar. For the rocket launcher and the revolver I picked a couple of vanilla weapons from Fallout 4. After all the equipment, we will take a quick look at the vehicles, because I don't want to spoil too much about them for you, and then a few graphical and environmental enhancements. As last few sections we will listen to the new music, and in the very last I will show you the crossbow, which needs to be loaded at the bottom of this load order, and also an extra mod that removes some weapons that really feel out of place in this particular collection of Fallout 4 mods on Xbox. Gameplay mods. The first Xbox mod for this section is Unique Wasteland Experience Stable. This mod allows you to customize many aspects of the entire game, and also to skip some tedious parts of the introduction, so install it and activate it before starting your Gordon Freeman character. In the settings of this mod, I decided to activate the advanced AI, so that the combat could feel more engaging. I don't remember what else I tweaked, but feel free to set stuff as you prefer to try and recapture the magic of Half-Life. You should have a holotip for the settings in your inventory, if not I believe you can craft it at any game station. Next, we have a mod that rebalances the game for a better combat experience. It has a version for the vanilla Fallout and one for all DLCs, and they are basically used to make enemies less spongy and more reactive in combat. But be careful, because you will be a little more vulnerable as well. I personally played in normal difficulty because I found it being my sweet spot, but as always feel free to experiment with this as well. The mod I just described you is Brutality Hardcore Rebalance XB1 all DLCs, or Brutality Hardcore Rebalance XB1 Vanilla. Now, the next Fallout 4 mod is called Interactive Overhaul Without Realistic Bullets. The name mentions the absence of realistic bullets because in the full version the shotguns felt a little buggy, so I decided to pick up this version. This mod is a compilation of other minor mods that will introduce better scaling for enemies on high levels, activate ragdoll physics for deaths instead of scripted animations, make gore more realistic, and other few improvements. The only minor downside of this mod is that you will also carry your weapon in a rest state, which is way better outside of combat, but it can feel weird when fighting sometimes. Luckily this does not apply to some modded weapons, but I suggest you to shoot automatic weapons for longer time when hip firing, or to simply aim down the sides more often. Let's now take a look at Destructible Ammo Xbox. So, I just placed the mini nuke on the ground to showcase this mod. Take a look. Oh, god damn it, 1 second please. There are too many! You know what? Well, that didn't go so well. Take a look with another ammo type. Next we have Rainier's Destructible Lights mod. This Xbox mod allows you to shoot and destroy the lights inside an interior. Well, most of the lights at least. If you do this, you will hide yourself a little better from the enemies, and while this isn't one of those iconic Half-Life features, it makes the game more interactive, which is at the core of Half-Life itself. If you want to remain undetected though, you'll need a silenced weapon, which is not something Freeman normally carries, but of course you can customize your loadout as you see fit. The last gameplay mode is Cyborg Cybernetic Enhancement. In case the settings provided by the unique Wasteland experience are not enough for you, these cybernetic enhancements allow you to power up Gordon as you like. These chips can be crafted at game stations, and they're actually a returning feature from the older Fallout games. We are now in the speech section. The first Xbox mod for this list is XB1 English Full Dialogue Interface New Dialogue English Translation Port. But if you speak another language, install instead one of the other mods I linked in description, which are the version for these languages: Italian, Spanish, French, German, Brazilian Portuguese, Japanese, Polish, and Chinese. Thanks to any of these mods, you will see on screen the exact dialogue that your character will say in any conversation. But since Gordon Freeman is mute, we also need to install Mute Player Voice X1, which will, well, mute Gordon. But we're not done yet. The closest we can get to a true mute Gordon Freeman is for the dialogues to be like in the previous Fallout games. So go into your settings under Video and then set Dialogue Visuals to No. Now, with this setting and the two mods shown before, we have recreated the dialogue as it was in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and with a little imagination we can think Gordon speaks through the Pip-Boy. Weapons and Suit. Institute Portal Gun XB1 provides you an amazing portal gun. Let's start to pick it up. The portal gun is right here in Diamond City. Follow these steps and get right inside of here. As soon as you enter, you will see the two portals here on the left, simply because they need to always exist somewhere in the world. You can pick up the portal gun here on the right, as well as a holotape that can store items and a little note. Now, how does the portal gun work? With the current version you can fire the first portal, then melee to swap portal color, and then you can travel from one to the other. Don't try crazy jumps because the physics don't apply, but one thing this portal gun does very well is teleporting you anywhere. And by this I mean that it will always remember where you left your portals, so you can fast travel in an interior to the other side of the map if you want. Just keep in mind that the game will need to load, of course. Oh, I'd suggest you to not customize the portal gun or it might stop working. For most of the weapons in the load order, I searched their equivalent in real life from Half-Life 2, so the next Fallout 4 mod for this Half-Life 3 load order is Spas 12, which adds into Fallout 4 the iconic shotgun from Half-Life 2. As many modded weapons, this is highly customizable, but we can keep it pretty simple to recreate what we need. My only gripe with this one is that it doesn't need to charge up each shot like in the actual game. Next we have HK MP7 XB1. To find this weapon you need to do two things: be level 25 and also activate the related quest. The MP7 will be our SMG and can be found inside the National Guard Armory. For the pistol, I installed the Xbox mod HK USP Match and Tactical, no levels lists. Although unfortunately I think it can't be made grey or silver, this is the same pistol model of Half-Life 2 and can be crafted at game stations. To replace the iconic pulse rifle, I picked up the mod Accelerator Plasma Energy Weapon. This one can also be crafted at game stations and it's very customizable. In fact, it starts out as something of a pistol. It's now time for the mod that adds the iconic hazard suit, called Gordon Freeman's HEV Suit 2K. This mod features the armor, the helmet and the gloves, and can be found inside the Hallucigen Inc. I will leave a clip of me searching for the armor inside the facility at the end of the video, so you can see how it is to play with this load order. Since we need the crowbar as well, I also wanted to install the Fallout 4 mod Half-Life 2 Hazard Suit XB1, which I suggest you to install after you get out of Vault 111. This mod will spawn in your inventory the crowbar and an HEV suit that we will only use temporarily because of this cursed thumb. Vehicles. One thing that Fallout 4 certainly lacks to complete this Xbox mod load order are some vehicles, so we can fix that with Commonwealth vehicles. All of these transports can be crafted as grenades at game stations and spawned in-game when the grenade is thrown. You can also pick them up again as grenades, so that you can always carry one with you no matter what. All of these vehicles also feature weapons, but I think you need a companion to actively shoot them when traveling. Oh, and in some cases the vehicles themselves will behave like companions if you are not driving them and the enemies approach. The only problem of this mod is that it requires the Automatron DLC, because probably is at the base of the vehicle's creation itself. Graphics. We now need a few graphical enhancements to get the game closer to the style of Half-Life. First, we can install Enhanced Blood Textures Basic, which does exactly what you think. Then, we are using one of my favorite graphic mods called Intensity ENB-like graphical enhancements without the hassle. This mod allows us to apply big changes to the colors, brightness and contrast of the game, but remember that each setting applied will stack up. So, to get the colors we need, simply decrease the brightness twice, decrease the blue color twice, increase the contrast once, and decrease the saturation twice. This is the difference from the original settings. We are getting close to the end of this section as we try to emulate City 17 in Diamond City. With Dystopian Diamond City Overhaul, there will be a new level in the city high up in the sky, towering over all the other citizens. Take the elevator and buy your access from this guard, then explore this new area of the city where the rich people live. Note, regardless of platform or resolution, this new area will always drop the framerate because of the technical limitations of the Fallout 4's engine. As a last graphic enhancement, we also need some more grass. And I found the Fallout 4 mod Grasslands, a Fallout 4 Grass Overhaul Unhealthy Edition to do a perfect job for our needs, as it spawns a lot of dark grass across Boston. Music! One mod that is essential to make up the feeling of playing Half-Life is Digital Nightmare Dark Music Overhaul Xbox. I'll let you judge it from yourself with a few clips.
Una perdita chimica. Evacuare immediatamente l'edificio.
Final touches. Don't forget that we also need a crossbow, so with the mod Xbox Crossbows of the Commonwealth we have our solution. Now, while you watch some gameplay of it, I searched for one of these bad boys for hours and I was able to buy one in Diamond City after waiting 48 in-game hours. So, I believe you need these requirements to pick it up. Install the mod after you leave Vault 111, be level 5, and wait for 48 in-game hours. As a final touch before I let you watch the gameplay clip, we also need to install No More Pipe Weapons, to remove all those goofy scrap weapons. This mod is also better to be installed right after you leave Vault 111. Take a look at the gameplay before I catch up with you at the end of the video.
Ripeto, è stata rilevata una perdita chimica. Evacuare immediatamente l'edificio.
Chi va là?
Chi è là? Da questa parte!
Evacuare immediatamente l'edificio.
Benvenuti nell'area di osservazione della Lucigen Labs. Avvicinatevi ai vetri per una dimostrazione sullo sviluppo dei nostri prodotti.
È stata rilevata una perdita chimica. Evacuare immediatamente l'edificio.
Che c'è? Il gas. Tu non puoi sfuggire al gas. Cosa?
È stata rilevata. Evacuare immediatamente l'edificio. Evacuare l'edificio.
Alright, I needed to tell you that the more I picked up new mods and got them working, the more I really got into this load order. In fact, I'm pretty pumped to play it soon by myself. Oh, right, for the rocket launcher I picked up one from the vanilla game and I installed its tracking device, as well as a revolver to fill that role too. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more variety gaming content! I'm Chris, the gaming enthusiast, and you've been inside the hidden odd box. Check out more videos if you enjoyed, and as always, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and game on!